Let's move on. Let's move on to a topic. Again, parity is what the NFL says it is. I am getting a little over the last couple of weeks. I've argued they don't really have that much parity. You know what I mean? They got 4 teams that are going to get there, but still, you can go to worst to first in the NFL pretty quickly. I'm talking about 1 year. So that's been sort of the topic of conversation all week. Who can be that team this year that goes from worst to first? So I'm gonna give you the divisions. I'm gonna say who's worse, and I'm gonna ask you if they have a chance to go to number 1. So let me just name them real quick. AFC East is the Patriots. AFC North is the Browns. AFC South is the Titans. AFC West, the Vegas Raiders. NFC still feels weird. Las Vegas Raiders. NFC East, Giants. NFC North, Chicago Bears. NFC South, New Orleans Saints. NFC West, San Francisco 49ers. Dev, I'll start with you. When you look at all the worst, which one of them can go to first?
I think I'm going to go with the Bears. I think I'm going to go with the
clapping.
Chicago Bears. I know. And I promise, I know it's kind of a running joke on our show. I'm not just saying this to pander to our producer, Kenny. But I mean, you look at their division, and I think the Lions are certainly going to take a step back. They lost their coordinators. They lost certain players. Like they're coming off a year where they were incredible and then had a very disappointing end. I don't see, and they also have a much harder schedule this season. Same goes for the Vikings. I've always thought the Green Bay Packers were a little bit overrated, and I think the Bears have certainly improved. They have a new head coach. I think that Caleb Williams is going to take a step forward. He has more protection. He has an O-line, and I think the Bears have made all the right moves in terms of the draft, in terms of offseason moves, and I think that they're going to be a better team this year. So I think that they have the best chance out of all of these teams. Also, the 49ers stick out to me, as much as it pains me to say that, because after we went over their schedule a couple episodes ago, like they got it pretty easy. They got a pretty easy schedule. Argument. The only thing is they have the Rams. I think the Rams could be the 49ers' biggest competition. Well, will be the 49ers' biggest competition.
Okay. Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears gets more love from us three than it actually does from Bear fans and Bear.
Right. Well, that's
so
on my
members.
Philadelphia Sports Talk morning show, one of my co-hosts, John Ritchie, actually former NFL player himself, is like awesome. Without me saying anything, is like randomly like, the Bears are going to be really good this year. I'm like, yes, Ritchie. Welcome to the Sunday Spread. We talk about it every week.
Barrett, what you think, buddy?
I'm going the exact same, picks as our illustrious big-time winner here. Dave, you're absolutely right, but I'm going to go 49ers first. I think 49ers have the opportunity to be good. They paid their quarterback. They got everybody settled in. Defensively, they're going to be okay. So I'm going to say the 49ers, and hopefully they knock off the Rams, make it at least split with them. But then I'm going to go with the Bears. You're right. The Lions right now are in a situation where they need to show up early and need to show out and see who exactly they are. What's going to be their identity? Because losing both of the coordinators is tough. It's definitely tough. But I think the defensive side of the ball is where they don't have enough. Offensively, they can score on anybody, but defensively, they just don't have enough. So I think it's going to be tough for them. And then, after that, the Titans are going to be terrible. The Patriots spent all that money. I don't think they're going to do anything. The Raiders.
I think the Raiders could be. I think they're definitely going to be better. They got Ashton Genty.
Yeah,
running game.
That division.
They got Brock Bowers. So that I don't think that they're going to go to first, but they'll be more improved.
It's tough. I'm with both of y'all. I'm with both of y'all with the Bears and 49ers. I'm picking the 49ers first because we went over their schedule. It sucks. Right? Their schedule, again, they're facing – all these teams are supposed to face easier schedules because it's but the NFC West ain't that good. Right? Like, it's a bunch of teams who can be competitive but not great. And Kyle Shanahan owned Sean McVay in the regular season in recent years. So he beats Sean McVay. I know this year was a bad year, but his overall records is a good year. Now it's the playoffs, and one time they won the Super Bowl, the 49ers took an L to the Rams, but they own them in the regular season, and the 49ers thing last year was health. Every other team we're talking about that were last, their problem was actual talent. Right? So the 49ers missed some things, and they lost some things, but they still have a head coach, and they still have a lot of talent. So if they're healthy with this bad schedule, it sets up for them to win double digits and get back into the playoffs. So I know y'all knew I was going to say this, but I think it's fair to say the 49ers. And again, the Bears, I think Ben Johnson is going to make that offense look good. Right? As long as their offensive line holds up just a little bit, a tad bit, they're going to look pretty good. All right.